Hello yogis and welcome to the Yogic Body Studio. My name is Jessica Palmer, owner and creator of YB, and thank you so much for joining me here on the mat today. In class today, I've got scheduled for you a little leg day where we're coming to a relaxing practice. Should you find yourself having ran this week, maybe take a hike, don't take a hike, stay for the video. Maybe you had taken a hike, maybe you did some weightlifting, any number of different athletic activities that you had done that got your legs shaken. Join me here on the mat where we're going to have a relaxing practice to undo all of that tension here that we've built up in our legs. You'll want to have a strap handy, and if you don't have a handy strap at home, you might also want to just grab a towel, a bath towel, something that you can wrap around your legs from reclined, and we'll use that in just a short little while. So join me here, yogis, unroll your mat, and I will see you in standing. Let's begin. Hey yogis, welcome. Let's begin here at standing wide across your mat. Just come into, we're going to open up through the hips a little bit here. So come into a wide stance. First, turning your left toes to face the left of your mat. Bending through your knee. So you'll notice here that we're almost in a warrior two stance, but we don't have to get all flowy and funky with it here. Just beginning to move through the hips. So bending your knee here, rocking your hip, sassy hip back, bending your knee over your toes, sassy hip back here again. And then turn your left toes yet again to your wide stance. Right toes now point toward the right of your mat. Bending through right knee and dropping your left hip back. Continuing like this just 2 more times. Again, we're here just opening up through the hips. Maybe you'll notice here after whether it was any weightlifting that you've done, maybe standing on your feet all day, maybe even a little hike. You'll notice that already this feels a little nice, yeah? So join me here again in your wide stance, turning big toes in toward one another here. Inhale, look up, hands at your hips, superhero stance, right? Uncurl your toes here away from the mat, maybe spread them out, wiggle them a little, and then gently here hinge from the hips. So it's early yet in our practice. We don't have to go all so far Cirque du Soleil, right? We're just here opening up through low back, through glutes, through hamstrings. Push through the feet, inhale, look up. We got 2 more. Exhale, hinge. I'm just coming here to a flat spine. No need to fold, just beginning. No need to fold to an extreme. Push through the blade edge of both feet. Inhale, look up. 1 more here as you exhale, fold, maybe going a little deeper than you've done in the last 2. Option to remove your palms here. 1 more deep breath in. And come on back through to standing here. 1 last time, we're going to find those warrior dances. Point your left toes toward the left of your mat. Bend through left knee. Sassy hip back, right hip back. Here again. Bend through left knee. Sassy hip back. 1 more. Left toes point in. Right toes point out. 1 more dance here on either side. Bending through your knee. Dropping your hip back. Just 2 more deep rounds of breath here. Opening up through the hips. 1 more deep breath. And come on back through here again to your wide-legged straddle. Just 1 deep breath in. Look up. Exhale, fold. Option 2 again. Go a little deeper here, just last time. And come on back up to standing here as you point. Yet again, left toes face the front of the mat. We're coming into a runner's lunge. So yogis, if you know a better way that you like to transition into this, you're always welcome. Or you can come into a crescent lunge, drawing your back heel high off the mat. Back, right knee down to the mat, uncurl your toes, runner's lunge. I do have blocks handy here. So you might just want to prop yourself up, even if it is without blocks, just fingers to a hover here. Or placing your hands on blocks or the mat, bending through your front knee. rocking back, straightening your leg. Just 2 deep rounds of breath. One more. Enter your runner's lunge. Find your lizard pose. So you might remove your blocks here to the side. Heel toeing right toes, just a hair off the mat. And both palms here either come to blocks or they come to the mat. Lizard pose, both palms at the instep of your right foot. You might even decide if you feel open here to come down to the forearms. Personally, like I mentioned, it's early on in our practice, so take it easy here. I'm going to stay on my palms. You can always raise your back knee up as well. Just finding 3 deep rounds of complete inhales and exhales. Option 2, close your eyes as you feel fully into lizard pose. Two more deep rounds of breath. Unfurrow your brow, unclench your jaw. One more inhale here. And as an option, yogis, you're welcome to either stay right where you are, maybe even return to a previous pose if you'd like. Just taking one more deep breath here in lizard pose. And then option here to take a little itty bitty twist, raising the palm closest to your foot here and placing that on your knee. Gently pushing your knee away as you open and look up toward the ceiling. One more deep breath. And slowly unwind here again. We're going to come back through our crescent lunge. So runners first. Crescent lunge, come back to standing to your wide-legged straddle. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. One deep breath, maybe noticing just how different one side feels. And then inhale, push through the blade edge of both feet, come back to your wide-legged straddle. Pointing now, here again, right toes to face the right. Coming through to your runner's lunge. Personally, I'm going to transition through a crescent lunge, dropping my palms down, my back knee down as well, uncurling my toes. But you can find your favorite way to come into this. Option to place blocks under your palms, stay right where you are, or begin to flow. Just 4 deep rounds of breath. Two more inhales wherever you are. Biggest inhale you've taken all day. And come on through to your lizard pose. Both palms here at the instep of your right toes. Heel toe, right toe off the mat. Option to lift your back knee up off the mat. Place your palms or forearms to blocks or the mat as well. 3 deep rounds of breath. Unclench your jaw, unfurrow your brow, relax your belly here. One more deep inhale in. Option to stay right where you are or join me as we take a gentle twist, just gently placing the instep palm to your knee. Inhale, look up. Gently pushing your knee. One more deep breath in. Slowly unwind, find your favorite way to come back to your wide-legged straddle. I'm going to come through my runner's lunge, heel toeing my toes in between my palms. Palms come to frame my foot. Curling my back toes under for a crescent lunge. Palms at heart, strong yogi legs lift you up. And then pivot here on the toes, coming back through to center. So here we are, yogis. One final forward fold. Inhale, look up, palms at your hips. Exhale, fold. Again, maybe noticing here that already we're going a little deeper. We're moving a little more fluidly. Inhale, come on back up to standing. And just turn to the top of your mat here
I'm going to turn my right toes to the front and step forward here for mountain pose. Just coming on down to reclined. So shake out your legs here. Exhale, fold. And come on through to your behind here, your hips maybe coming through down dog. Crisscrossing your ankles. Here at the middle of your mat and sit on back down. Have your strap handy now, yogis, as we come into some forward fold work. Extending your right leg long and bending through your left knee as you place sole of the left foot onto the right thigh. Join me here as you loop your strap around your foot. Inhale, look up, and exhale, fold. And here again, it's early yet. You might even take a gentle bend to your extended leg. Tuck chin to chest, close your eyes, 2 deep rounds of breath. Slowly come on back through to center here as you remove your strap to the side. Coming into reclined figure 4. Bending through now your right knee and taking your left leg just as it was and looping or stacking left ankle over right thigh. You might sink your hips down a little closer to the bottom edge of your mat. Recline on back down here as you gently find your perfect variation of figure 4. So whether that be here with your right foot down to the mat, maybe raised or extending your right leg. One more deep breath here from your figure 4, finding your perfect variation. Bending through your right knee, slowly unwinding left ankle, and just placing your palms here atop your knees, rocking side to side. Crisscrossing your ankles here as you rock and roll back up to seated. Coming into your straddle on the opposite side. Extending now your left leg long. Sole of the right foot in toward left thigh. Taking your strap here, have it handy as you come into your forward fold. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hinge. 3 deep rounds of breath. Unclench your jaw, unfurl your brow. One more deep inhale here. And slowly unwind now as again you place your strap to the side. Coming into reclined figure 4, stacking your right ankle over left knee, over left thigh, and then bending through your left knee here. Option even to wiggle your hips down toward the bottom of the mat or just come on back to reclined. Find your perfect variation. Take 3 deep rounds of breath. One more inhale in. And then slowly again, join me as you unwind. Place your palms atop your knees. We're going to stay here in reclined. So rock your hips, maybe full circles, maybe semicircles, forward and back. One more deep breath in. And then come on into happy baby pose, either grabbing the outstep of your thighs or your feet and guiding your knees here in toward the crux of your arms. So right knee toward crux of the right arm, left knee in toward the crux of the left arm. If it's in your practice now just to sway with breath side to side, you can do that as well. Maybe extend with care, one leg long and then the other, easy does it. Just take 2 inhales here, option to point and flex your toes. And then draw both knees here back toward one another as you rock again, just side to side, one big breath in. Join me as you place both soles of the feet here onto the mat. Knock your knees first to the right And if you want a little more out of this, we have options. So maybe first you extend your left arm long, straight from the shoulder. You can also, to get a little more out of this, through the legs, and please do so with care, you can also draw your right leg, your right foot, atop your left thigh. It'll act as a gentle push here, pushing that knee down. You'll feel this stretch here along the front of your leg, along your low back. And yogis, if you ever wanted more, but please do so with care here again, you can also walk your left foot a little closer toward your hip here, toward the hip that's coming up off the mat, the left hip. And you'll feel that stretch intensified along the front of your leg. But please only go in so far that you feel zero pain. Take 2 deep rounds of breath here in your twist. Slowly unwinding with care back to center. Taking your twist to the opposite side, both legs drop to the left. Find your perfect variation, maybe extending your right arm straight out from the shoulder. Take 3 deep rounds of breath here. Unclench your jaw, unfurrow your brow. Let your shoulders rest heavy. One more deep breath in. Yogis, join me now as you slowly unwind here again back to center, placing soles of the feet here, soles of your feet onto the mat. Place one palm to your heart, one to the belly, and just knock your knees here from side to side. To the left, to the right. Coming into just one final pose before Shavasana, butterfly pose. Bringing the soles of your feet to meet here, almost like opening a book. Drop your knees wide. You're always welcome to place something here, whether it be a pillow or blocks if you have any. You can always place those under your knees. So take care here just to let the body open in time, never pushing further than we have to. Never pushing any further, period. Take care here to let the body open in time. You'll notice as you're in reclined butterfly pose that ever so gently your knees begin to open here a little wider. So no need to rush the process. No need to push. Just take 3 deep rounds of breath here. Feeling a little more open through hips, through thighs. One more deep breath in, biggest inhale you've taken all day. Let it go with a sigh. Join me as you gently bring your knees together, placing the soles of your feet back onto the mat. Extend your legs out long here, coming into your final resting pose, Shavasana, corpse pose. Letting your feet splay from opposite corners of your mat, side to side. Allowing your palms now to rest face up at your sides as well. Bringing your chin to neutral. Your breath, no need to control it, back to normal. Settling in here to the effects of your practice. We're here just for 10 deep cleansing rounds of breath. Again, just let your breath come back to normal. I'll keep count, you just keep breathing. Completely supported here by the mat beneath you, with no need to consider what you have to do next. Just being here now. Yogis, draw your attention back into the room. Keeping your eyes closed, wiggling fingers and toes, taking ankle and wrist circles, dropping your head even from side to side. Rolling over to your favorite side for fetal pose. Bringing your knees up and in toward bent elbows. Taking this quiet, well-deserved, maybe rare moment here to yourself. On your next breath, join me as you gently push yourself up to an easy seated pose. Shoulders stacked over hips, palms face down or face up atop your knees. Join me as we take 2 rounds of deep breath, letting our breath go with a noise here on the exhalation. On my cue, joining me here as we inhale. Make some noise. One more as we inhale. Let it go. Raising your palms up high overhead as your palms come to touch at the top. Draw them down through forehead or heart center. Remembering always that your yoga comes with you off the mat. Not only do we come to class to practice our postures, but to take our yoga outside of the classroom for a more compassionate world. And yogis, as always, from my mat to yours, namaste. Yogis, thank you for joining me here on the mat today. I truly hope that you found some relief here through the lower body. If you would be so kind to support the channel, it would mean the absolute world to me for you to click subscribe, even for you to share this video with a loved one, a family member, a friend. It is also a great pleasure to have you guys join me in my inbox, and I'll join you in your inbox with some of the freebies that I have listed below. So go give them a look-see, if you will. I have a Yoga Vocab ebook, a meditation challenge, and there are several others that I know you guys will enjoy. Please do take care, and thank you so much for joining me. I will see you in the next video. Bye, yogis.